Today on Reese Dixon, we are making spirograph inspired string art. Hi everybody, it's Teresa with ReeseDixon.com. I'm so excited because we are almost done with my big master bedroom makeover. This is the final project for this room and then the big unveiling. So I needed some artwork to go above my bed that would fit with all of the colors that I have going on, that wouldn't distract from the big visual I want of the bed being the focal point, but still something that would be pretty. And so I've decided to make my own. I went to my pals at Reese and they gave me these wooden plaques. I got 6 of them for the space that I'll be using, and I'm going to use them to create a version of some nail art. Nail art I've been seeing online for ages, and it's super cool. And you basically make a pattern by hammering nails into the wall and then string thread or twine or whatever from those nails to kind of emphasize that shape and create really beautiful art. And typically it's done just straight on the wall. But I wanted to use that same kind of a principle to make something that's a little more, portable for one, since I don't know that we're gonna be in this house forever, but also something that was a little more like visually substantial. So with these wooden plaques, the first thing I did was put a back on it. They don't come with one, so I just glued one on, although typically you can nail these in. But I didn't do that because I wanted to make sure that I didn't compete with the other nails that I'll be putting in the front. So with my hangers in place, now it's time to paint these bad boys. What I've got here is just some white pearl paint that I've had forever. And then because I've done so much dyeing in that room from all this great pearl gray dye I've been using, I wanted it to coordinate with all of those colors. So I just poured some of the dye directly into the paint. I've been shaking it up to get it all ready to go. And now I can just put it straight on. Oh, look at how pretty that color is. So I'm gonna paint all of my wooden discs this color and then get to the nailing part to make my nail art. My paint is all dry, so now I'm going to start adding my nails. I've got these pretty little gold nails that are just, like half an inch tall. They're just tiny little things. And I'm just going to start nailing them in. I'm not going to measure or anything like that. So I've got the hanger here. So to make sure that I don't crush that, I'm just going to put that just right off the edge of my desk. And since that's the point that it's going to be hanging from, I know that's going to be the top. So I'll put my first nail in there and just kind of hold it. It's hard with the little tiny nails, but I found if you just kind of hold it with your fingers like that. Ooh, you still have to work carefully so you don't smash yourself. There. Okay, so there's my first nail. Now, how you space your nails around this little plaque will influence the pattern that you're going to be making. So I think the next one I do will probably be directly opposite that. But again, I'm not going to measure because once you get all your nails in here, it doesn't need to be, well, at least the way I do it doesn't need to be precise. So there's no rule that says that you need to put these nails in any kind of an even or methodical way. But I'm going to kind of divide it up as if I was slicing a cake. So I've now divided it in half, and then I'm going to do it in fourths. So I'll put nails at the sides, and I'll just keep dividing that up until I have all the nails in that I want to use this time. I finished putting all my nails in, and I've taken this I've got this metallic elastic cord, and that's what I'm going to be using as my thread. So I've tied one end of it onto one of these nails. I'm just going to double knot that to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. This elastic cord is great because you can get that stretch, but if you're not careful, it can just ping right out of your hands. So I want to get a nice, good place to start from. Okay, so now this is kind of like when you were a kid and you played with a spirograph. You just need to start wrapping it around the different nails and you can create an endless number of patterns. I've done some where I counted every third nail and I'd go to that, or I'd make 8 nails in between, and sometimes I just go straight across and then keep moving and moving. The point is there are exponentially endless numbers of patterns that you can make, and you just need to play with it. So I'll start, oh, that looks good enough. And I think this time I'm going to do it pretty much randomly. I'm not going to count where, how far apart my nails are or anything like that. I'm just going to start zigzagging around, creating kind of a random pattern as I go. And I'm going to keep this up until I get a finished look that I really like. I like to end my pattern right on the same nail where I began, and then that way I can take both ends, tie them together, and I'm going to cut them, but first I'm going to add a little bit of glue so that I can cut the ends pretty close to the knot without it unraveling. And then it's done and ready to hang. So I made a whole stack of these to go on the wall in my bedroom, and I did half in silver and half in gold. And I not only love how they look, but I had such a fun time making them. It really was like going back to being, a 9-year-old and getting to play spirograph. So it was super fun, and I can't wait to put these up on my wall and show you how the whole thing looks together. So be sure and subscribe to the channel so that you can see that master makeover all done and in place, and how these look on the wall. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.